Hey guys, so it's the May update. May is my birthday month, so I'm turning 25 this month. Also, really love doing these. I really love sending these videos out to friends and family that are supporting what God's doing. A couple of updates. Number one, I am 100% fully funded to get to youth camp in August, and I'm so excited. We know for sure that this is going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be like Mark 16. I don't remember the verse, but it's like the last section of Mark 16. Read it. It's going to be, that's two. I am around about 27% funded for monthly support. That's 27% of a lot of money is a lot of money. And so I'm really grateful for those of you that have supported monthly. If you've given like a one-time donation, I've put that in as part of my percentage of monthly support. The third update is that I will not be staying in August for the year yet. So I'm going to come back after a few extra days being in Zimbabwe, doing some meetings, meeting some of the volunteers, getting to spend a little bit more time with the kids and getting their interest up. And so that's really exciting, even though you'd think I'd be really disappointed, which part of me was a little disappointed when I knew that, I wasn't going to get to start in August. But I really believe that this is, it's a divine appointment, time, alignment, whatever the word is. I'm probably not even saying the right one at all. I know that this is exactly where God wants us. So another thing I want to share is just a little short snippet update on the youth of Zimbabwe. Right before school goes back in, so they do year-long school and they do like 1 month breaks 3 times a year, and then they do like a 2-week break for Christmas, something like that. But whenever they have a long break, when they're about to go back into school, they host these wild parties. Wild. I mean, think of Babylon. Wild. Be praying for the harvest is ripe. So just be praying for the youth before we go, that they just have hearts to receive this opportunity, that they'll get excited about this and being able to have something to do besides the lusts of the flesh. Those are the updates. I want to share something that I learned this month. I know that my identity cannot rest in what I do. My identity can't be in me teaching or me being a missionary to Zimbabwe, or the fact that I have to move back home and live with my mom temporarily and get a part-time job to pay the bills. And that can't be what my identity is wrapped up in. And so this really great verse from 2 Chronicles 16:9. It says, "For the eyes of the Lord move about on all the earth to strengthen the heart that is completely toward him." And Matthew 22 says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." And so those two verses I feel like come together because in 2 Chronicles, with it saying that the Lord's eyes are searching to and fro, I almost just kind of questioned, why me? Why am I the way that I am and who I am now? This verse that says his eyes are moving to and fro all over the earth to look for a heart to strengthen the heart that's completely toward him. And it doesn't have to do with who we are. It doesn't have to do with the gifts that we've been given, the talents that we have. God's will is going to get fulfilled and completed no matter what. And it's almost like this lightened weight of he didn't choose me because I'm special. He didn't choose me because I'm unique. My heart was just a little bit toward him, just a little bit. And he took that and he said, all right, let's take one step. And then it got a little bit more towards him. And instead of running away, I ran towards him. And then he took another step with me. And instead of running away then, I continued moving towards him. And that can be anyone's story. That many are called, but few are chosen means that we're all called. We're all being called and beckoned unto the Father. That's why we have so many of these desires that are heavenly that we don't even realize are heavenly. So many things that we think are wrong that go against, our moral compass that happen in the world. And God's like, because I put that in you. That's the Spirit of God in you. That is your DNA. Your heavenly DNA is what's picking up on that. And so we're all called, but few are chosen means that chosen is set apart. And and brought up with God, and he searches the earth to look for a heart to strengthen. And it's our free will, it's our choice. And so I really loved that, because I was like, anyone, we're all called to do something and be a part of his kingdom and part of his family. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Please continue to pray for the youth of Zimbabwe. Continue to pray for the church in Zimbabwe. Pray for the government leaders in Zimbabwe. Pray for LDJ Ministries. Pray for the missionaries that are already in Zimbabwe. Pray for the pastors in Zimbabwe, that they would stir up the gifts that have been activated in them. Please let me know if there's anything that I can be praying for you for. So yeah. See ya next month.